Winter. It's a story about one winter when I was really down. Everybody gets those holes in the winter. I'd kind of had it up to here with the coming of Christmas and the whole hoo-ha, and I was dug in way in the back lot of my life. Rain, wind, cold, winter's gloom. I had a things to do list that was long and growing like an unrestrained mold. My temper was short, and the newspapers, my bioindex was negative. The horoscope recommended caution in all things. And the Sunday newspaper had only stuff about dollars and death and destruction, like a litany. Tidings of comfort and joy, fa Allah, right? This holy hour of Lord's Day bliss was jarred by a pounding at the door. You have one of those now what kind of things going in your mind. So I opened it, resigned to accept whatever bad news was there. And I'm nonplussed, because what's standing there on my doorstep in this miserable afternoon is a very small person in a cheap Santa Claus mask carrying a large paper bag, and he shouts at me, "Trick or treat!" This is December. Trick or treat, he shouts. I'm tongue-tied. I stare at him. I don't know what to do with this. He shakes his bag at me. Trick or treat! So I take out my wallet and drop $1 in his bag. And the mask goes up, and it's this Asian kid with this lovely grin taking up most of his face. Want to hear some carols, he says. Halloween carols? Come on. I know this kid. He belongs to a family settled into the neighborhood by Quakers last year, boat people, Vietnamese, refugees. He got into the spirit at Halloween. He was here with his brothers and sisters, and we filled their bags, and I guess he thought this was a good idea. His name is Hong Duck. He's maybe 8. It's funny, at Halloween, he looked like a wise man. He had a bathrobe on and a dish towel wrapped around his head. Want to hear some carol? And he hoots again. I nod. I suddenly have this vision of maybe 15 urchins out there in the bushes, and they're going to jump out and sing. So I say to him, "Sure, bring on the choir. Where's your choir?" "I'm it," says he. And he launches forth with an up-tempo chorus of jingle bells at full lung power. And this followed by an equally enthusiastic rendering of what I swear sounded like "Hark the Hairy Angels Sing." And finally, a soft voice, reverential singing of Silent Night. Head back, eyes closed. From the bottom of his heart, he poured out the last strains of Sleep in Heavenly Peace. Wet-eyed, dumbstruck by his performance, I pulled a $5 bill out of my wallet and dropped that into the paper bag, and in return, he produced from his pocket half a candy cane. Flashed his $10 grin, turned and ran from the porch, shouting over his shoulder, "God bless you," and "Trick or treat," and was gone. Hong Duck, the one-man Christmas choir, delivering the goods door to door. I confess that I am usually confused in winter about this Christmas thing that comes roaring down at us every year. It never has made a lot of sense to me. It's a little unreal. Ever since I got the word about Santa Claus, I've been a closet cynic at heart. Singing about riding in a one-horse sleigh is ludicrous. I've never seen one. I've never ridden in one. I've never roasted a chestnut by an open fire. I wouldn't know how to if I had to. And I hear that chestnuts are no big deal anyhow. I'm very suspicious of wandering wise men, and shepherds who spend their lives hanging around with sheep are a little strange. I have never seen an angel, and my experience with virgins is very limited. I'm not even very interested in the appearance of a newborn king. I'd just as soon settle for some other president, but that's another story. And babies and reindeer stink. I have been around both of them. And I'm told by people who've been there that the little town of Bethlehem, in fact, is a real pit, according to the tour guides, it ain't much to see. And to sing about these things, which is what we try to do every time this time of year come around. Sing about things that I've never wanted, I've never done, dreaming of a white Christmas which I've never seen. Christmas is unreal, and it's part of why I get down in the winter sometimes. I'm too old to believe in it. I'm too young to give up on it. I'm too cynical to get into it, and too needy to stay out of it. Trick or treat. Ah, perfect. I shut the door, I come nearly to hysteria. Laughter, tears, that funny feeling when you get that, you know, whether you want it or not, once again, Christmas has come to you. Right down the chimney of your midwinter hovel comes St. Hong Duck. He is confused about the details, like me, but he is very clear about the spirit of the occasion. For him, it's one more strange American excuse to let go and celebrate, to throw yourself into some kind of holiday with all you have. Where's your choir? He said. I'm it, he says. Where's Christmas? I ask myself. Guess I'm it, comes the echo. Head back, eyes closed, voice raised in whatever song I can muster the courage to sing. I'm it. God, it is said, once sent a child upon a starry night that the world might know hope and joy. I'm not quite sure I believe that. I'm not quite sure I believe in all the baggage heaped upon that story during 2,000 years, but I am sure of something. I believe in Hong Duck. I believe in the power of the one-man Christmas choir shouting out of the darkness of winter, trick or treat, door to door. I don't know who or what's in him, but I know that I am tricked through the whimsical mischief of fate into joining the choir that sings of joy and hope. Through a child, I have been treated to Christmas.